How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading whether price is going up or down. Ripple lawsuit by SEC influenced by JP. A member of the XRP community filed a Freedom Information Act (FOIA) request back in early August 2022 regarding communications between the US SEC and the banking giant JP involving Ripple Labs and XRP. In a new update, they shared that the request continues to be delayed. Prosper is seeking to disclose any of the SEC communications with JP about Ripple and/or XRP. The current response letter states that the SEC has recently received a search result and is now reviewing them. So they found everything regarding this request, and they're looking through it. Based on our initial review of records, it appears that the large portion of records will be required that we engage in the CT, which is confidential treatment process, which involves records for which confidential treatment was requested at the time of their submission. Engaging in this type of consultation will add approximately 60 days to the review time. Prosper said he filed the FOIA request because communications between the SEC and JP directly led to the December 2020 lawsuit against Ripple Labs company. Binance denies Red Notice rumors. The Binance crypto exchange has denied rumors of its CEO, CZ, being served with infamous Red Notice by Interpol. A spokesperson from the world's largest crypto exchange denied the rumor that the firm's CEO is facing a Red Notice issued by the International Criminal Police Organization for his arrest. Earlier on Tuesday, Kobe tweeted an encrypted message using the SAH-256 hash function. This is the same cryptography that forms the security basis for cryptos like Bitcoin. After decrypting the message, which was posted as just a sequence of letters and numbers, it read Interpol Red Notice for CZ. Thanks to Kobe's high follower base, the rumor spread rapidly and the results made BNB drop by 3%. Binance has been in some regulatory hot water recently. CEO Zhao is currently facing charges with federal law FTC, and there is also speculation that the lawsuit may go into the DOJ soon. Furthermore, the company's senior executives has been accused of hiding their connections with China. Therefore, the rumor of the Red Notice was easily believed. So, because they've got all this negativity toward them, people easily believed that the inner police was after CZ and just followed along with some misinformation. Crypto exchange backed by 3AC founders launches with claims trading plans. Suzu and Kyle Davis, founder of the collapsed hedge fund 3 Arrows Capital 3AC, have announced the launch of the crypto project OPNK or OPNX. Both Zhu and Davis retweeted the April 4th launch announcement from OPNX Chief Executive Officer Leslie Lam, who said the exchange was open to trade spot and futures immediately. According to the CEO, the launch of the exchange was aimed at wanting to help the industry amid the collapse of its platform, including FTX and Celsius. Claims trading will be the next thing we launch so that these claimants have an opportunity to be made whole again, said Lam. Notice how they don't mention their own involvement in the crypto winter because they were the third party involved. The exchange, a brainchild of 3AC co-founders as well as higher-ups from the crypto investment platform CoinFlex, launched its website in February. 3 Arrows Capital, the crypto-friendly hedge fund that once held $10 billion worth of assets, went bust amid the 2022 market crash. Authorities in the United States have issued a subpoena to Davis and via Twitter regarding his alleged role in 3AC's collapse, so I would not recommend getting in this exchange, considering one of the exchange founders has basically a red notice coming after them. Or at least the potential. So, over on the daily for Bitcoin, we got a little bit of a green candle from yesterday's red candle, and we tried to get to, I made this volume range profile that goes from here to here, so it just captures this zone, as well as we have one from this whole zone here, which is this bigger one. So, I'm not going to worry about the bigger one unless we get down to that point. So for this larger one, we are somewhat kind of flagging out. So that's why I have this random yellow line. As from here to here, we could get a breakout to around this 31.8, 39 area. So possibly even 32k if we manage to get bullish momentum here. Our money flow is trying to curl. Stochastic looks like it could try to curl, but it's falling. RSI is trying to round up. Momentum looks like we could try to curl up from here, and our VWAP is trying to head up. So the daily is looking a little hopeful for some move up, but we did get rejected by the high value area and the point of control, which are both pretty much sandwiched on top of each other right here for this profile. You can see the high value area is the red, the point of control is the blue, and we got rejected crossing both. Over on the 4 hour, stochastic's starting to round off, so our strength in our RSI could start to come down that we did build up today, and our RSI is pretty flat. Momentum's somewhat stagnant right around that 6 level, and our VWAP was coming down and went kind of flat. Momentum was coming up, but it looks like it could try to round out on the 4 hour here, so I'd be a little cautionary. Over on the 2 hour, we could get a bearish cross on our stochastic, and we could exaggerate this divergence we have. RSI is pretty flat. Our money flow is trying to stay bullish, but it's very weak. We're at a 4, so or a 3.5. Nothing really exciting there. That's very weak. Our VWAP is starting to round off. Momentum looks like it was heading up, but could start to round off here as well. So I'd watch the next few candles, especially since we're dropping away right here. And we did have somewhat of a rising triangle. Maybe we can pull that out a little further to here. If this rising triangle does break out, it could take us to the top of the golden pocket. If you're not familiar with this golden pocket, watch our Fibonacci video. Our stochastic's heading down. We have a bearish divergence on it. RSI is heading down, and it's likely to continue with the stochastic starting to fall and having that bearish cross there. Momentum's starting to fall. We're getting pretty much a bearish divergence as momentum's making lower highs, and our price is making pretty much consistent highs. We have a red dot forming here, and our money flow is looking like it could cross bearish. About an hour ago, it was looking very good, like we could get a run up, but it looks like we're kind of falling away from that now as this candle printed red. Our VWAP did cross bearish and is heading down. So I'd watch the next few candles to see if we manage to break out of this pattern or if we stay within it and break up from it. Over on the graph, we are pushing against our resistance line from this triangle that we've had for a while. Our RSI is trying to curl up, stochastic's trying to curl up, money flow's trying to curl up, VWAP's trying to curl up, and our momentum looks like we could try to curl here as well. So overall, the daily's looking like we could try to push out of this pattern here. Over on the 4 hour, our stochastic's kind of curling and could come down. RSI is heading up. Money flow's going up slightly. VWAP was heading up, but it's kind of cooling off. Our momentum is starting to round off here. So the 4 hour looks like this pump may get exhausted and we could start to fall. Over on the 2 hour, stochastic's starting to fall. RSI is trying to come up. Our VWAP is testing that neutral zone, so if it breaks bearish, that would be a bad sign. Momentum looks like it's starting to round out here. Our money flow is in the bearish zone. It flopped bearish, but it is trying to flop back bullish. So it's kind of going up and down all over the place right now. Over on the 1 hour, our money flow is in the green, but is overall descending. VWAP is heading up overall and trying to test the neutral zone, so our medium term could try to push us up. Our momentum, is somewhat starting to curl here, so if we get a green dot print soon, that could push us forward. And our stochastic is getting really tight, so that could start to make a bullish cross and head up as well. And our RSI is trying to inch up, but it's starting to slide a little bit. So we'll have to watch, as it looks like we could break that resistance. Over on Anchor, we're getting rejected by this resistance line. We did bounce off that point of control though, so that is good for this volume profile. If we don't reject completely from here from this resistance, we could head to this value area high, which if we break from, we could go to the next value area high in our bigger area. That's why sometimes I use multiple volume profiles. Stochastic's heading down, RSI is trying to head up, but overall it's heading down. Momentum somewhat starting to curl but go flat. So we are trying to push flat sideways action. So if that can keep up, we might be able to get some sort of a curl and a green dot. Our money flow overall is bearish. It's kind of flat though. VWAP, same situation, bearish but flat. So overall, we're pretty indecisive, but we look like we could start to slide slightly. Over on the 4 hour, we're starting to round out on our stochastic. RSI is rounding out. Money flow's heading down pretty sharp, and VWAP's following the same trajectory. Momentum's kind of rounding off and could come back down. So over on the 4 hour, it's looking like we could come down. On the 4 hour, you see we're bouncing off the support, so if we get a green candle and some push off here, that would be a good sign. Over on the 2 hour, we do have a green dot that printed, but we got a red candle that kind of invalidated it, so we didn't get that bullish push. We have a red dot in our momentum, and our momentum's curling. Our money flow tried to cross bullish. Our money flow tried to cross bullish, got rejected, and came back down. And our VWAP is breaking bearish and heading down as well. Stochastic has a bearish cross and is falling, and our RSI is overall bending. So on the 2 hour, we're overall looking pretty bearish, as money flow and our VWAP, both our trends, are in the bearish zone. Over on the 1 hour, money flow tried to come up, but overall it's starting to round out and reject away from the neutral zone. VWAP's doing the same thing. Stochastic's really beat down, and our momentum's heading down very sharply. So it's not looking too hopeful that we're going to hold here. So I'd watch the next few candles. If we don't hold, it's likely we'll start to fall. Probably to the value area low here. And if we break that, then we could start to fall to this value area low. Over on XRP, we're still looking pretty toppy, just like everything else. Stochastic's heading down. RSI is kind of trying to flatten out here. Momentum's heading down. Money flow is pretty flat. And our VWAP's overall sliding. So we're looking pretty bearish on the 1 hour. Not very strongly bearish, but overall bearish. Over on the 4 hour, money flow overall is coming out. We're not really heading up. We did take a little bit of a dip and try to head up from it, but we're going flat. VWAP's heading up. RSI's heading down. Our stochastic's trying to head up, so our RSI could get some strength. Our momentum's trying to push up as well. So the 4 hours kind of mixed, but it looks like we could try to push from here if the money flow continues. 2 hour money flow broke bearish and is kind of flat under that neutral zone. VWAP's trying to make higher highs and push forward though, so if that can continue, maybe this money flow can come back up. Our momentum's trying to come up as well, but it's kind of rounding here behind that VWAP, so that's a little concerning. Our RSI is starting to curl, and our stochastic has a bearish cross that could happen. So the 2 hour looks like we may overall start to fall away from here. Over on the 1 hour, our money flow did go bullish, but it's testing that neutral zone and could break bearish soon. Stochastic's heading down, momentum's heading down, has a red dot, and RSI is heading down. Our VWAP broke into the bearish zone, so overall the 1 hour is looking bearish. Money flow's trying to hold on into the bullish zone. If it can maintain that, maybe that can bleed into the higher time frames and medium time frames. And last but not least, for algo, we are pushing off that doji candle. This could be a bottom pattern and we could push away from here, so that would be a potential sign for some more upside. Stochastic's kind of trying to curl, RSI is trying to curl, momentum's overall coming down. VWAP's trying to head back up, and our money flow is coming out. So overall we look pretty bearish, but that candle pattern may be able to set something up that could help us in the next couple days if we don't get like Bitcoin just drop out to that 20k CME gap. Stochastic's starting to round off, RSI is trying to head up, money flow's overall trying to head up but is pointing down. VWAP's kind of flat, momentum's coming up but could start to curl here, so I'd watch out for that. Over on the 2 hour, momentum's starting to curl. RSI, our money flow, if I can get my terms right here, money flow is pretty flat at that 10 area. VWAP is heading down and could test that neutral zone. Our stochastic has a bullish cross, but doesn't really have anywhere to go, so it could just ride along the top here for a little while. And our RSI is heading up, so the 2 hour is looking pretty decent for a move up, aside from the momentum. 1 hour momentum's getting a red dot, stochastic's coming down, RSI is pretty flat, money flow is pretty choppy, and the VWAP's pretty choppy as well. So overall, we look very indecisive on the 1 hour. So if the 1 hour starts to fall away, which it likely could with these other bearish signs, then we could start to see the other time frames look more bearish. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.